Hey guys, this is Odd1 Gaming. This is going to be another King Arthur Legends Rise video. In today's video, I'm going to show you the team that I'm using to beat Shrine of Storms Stage 10 as a speed farm team, right? So I recently just got to this stage and I'm going to tell you from now, it's a really tough dungeon to beat, right? This boss is so fast, it hits so hard, but there are a few key mechanics that if you get them right, you're going to be able to farm this one pretty easily, either speed farm or pretty easily as free to play. However, I'm gonna make another video in the future where I'm gonna try and use a more free to play team where it only uses free heroes to obtain or rares or lower. But before I jump into this video, I just want to mention that if you want to support me as a content creator, apart from watching my YouTube videos, which thank you very much for watching them, appreciate all the support, there's a link in the description and pinned comment of this video that you can click. It's going to take you to the Netmarble page where you can click and support me as a content creator. Costs you nothing and it helps me a ton. So what team am I actually using for this one? Well, it's going to be maybe pretty obvious, but maybe not. But this is the team that I'm using, right? It's not free to play by any means, this one, but it could be, some of these ones could be changed again. I'm going to try and make in the future, I'm going to try and test some other teams and try and do a team without using all the legendaries that you pull. So as an example, what I'm going to try and look at is getting a team without Bedivere and without Gillian. Now, actually, let me just go back because I currently have on my Morgan a pretty fast build, right? So I'm just going to use the ones that I use for PvE. That's going to be my Vigor build. So the way that this team works is pretty much the boss gets the first turn, he hits us. But as long as my Bedivere, which is the wrong element against this fight, as long as he survives, this team goes pretty well. Now, it uses obviously Bedivere, Gillian, Morgan, and then Sergius. So when it comes to this team, two of them are free to obtain, right? Everybody gets Morgan for free, right? She's the first legendary that we pull in the game. And then at the same time, everybody can get Sergius for free, which again, Sergius is honestly, he's kind of like the king of endgame. He brings so much attack gauge boost, right? When he does that third skill, that it's insane. So he's bought from Arena. You can just buy him with the Arena tokens. And then you need his Flame Relic, which you can buy from the clan shop. Again, free to obtain. Now the other two options are Gillian and Bedivere. Obviously Bedivere can be whoever's your best damage dealer, and then Gillian pretty much don't necessarily again have to have Gillian, but whoever is your best attack gauge hero, right? Whoever brings you that attack gauge control is gonna be your best option in here. But for now, this one you're gonna see goes pretty fast. It's like 1 minute and 10 seconds and the boss is dead. Again, I'm gonna make a video in the future without Gillian and Bedivere. Just for now, I wanted to show you my actual team that I'm farming, the speed team that I'm actually using, and look at that, 1 minute 15 seconds, pretty easy. Stage 10 is done. Now let me jump back in so I can show you the skill orders of the people before I jump in and actually show you the builds. So the skill orders are going to be pretty straightforward and pretty obvious because this boss is all about, let me just see if I can, I guess I'm going to show you after, but this boss is all about attack gauge control. If you can control the attack gauge of this fight, you're going to be able to beat it pretty easy. So Sergius, third skill is the first priority, first skill the second one. Gillian, you could use the second skill as well, but because of the way that the Vigor works, I realized that she works with just using the first skill, right? Just generate Vigor, her passive has a chance to push back the attack gauge, so that's all that I need. Right, so first skill for her. Morgan, you want to spam the second skill. Again, this is the one that pushes back attack gauge, plus paired with her passive Squall of Thorns. If you have her C3, she's gonna land defense decrease and damage taken increase as well. And then Bedivere, second skill, which is his best hitting one, and then the first skill. So that's pretty straightforward, pretty obvious. Now, let's have a look, like I said, at the builds that I have on these people. Again, do keep in mind, it's, this is an end game. Stage 10 is pretty hard to do, so it's, it's an end game team, sort of. But Bedivere, first and second passive skilled up. These are the only ones that you care about. He's level 60, 6-star awaken, and he is Chivalry 3. You don't necessarily need Chivalry 3. He can be Chivalry 0, he's still gonna do damage, it's just gonna take a little bit slower to deal with it. Then when it comes to relics, even though he's wrong affinity, his Frost one does the most damage, so this one's maxed out for me. And also the second skill, which I'm mostly using, is also fully skilled up. Again, you do not have to have this fully skilled up. It's just you're gonna do a little bit less damage, which means it's gonna take longer. The equipment that I have on him is a crit rate set, attack set, and then a strive set for the keepsake. Attack on this one, hit accuracy over here, pierce on the banner, attack percent, and then attack percent. Everything else, you know, crit rate, crit damage, substats. This one in the future, I'm going to try and swap to a crit damage one. It's just I don't have a good enough one yet. Next one, Morgan, the queen of the game, the #1 legendary in the game. She is, again, 6-star, level 60. All the passes are skilled up, but the third one and the second one are the ones that you really care about. This second one is insane because it keeps pushing every 3 turns, right, because it has that 2 turns cooldown. Every 3 turns, she pushes back the attack gauge by an extra 45%, which is massive, right? Then this one, the third passive, is the one that lands defense decrease and damage taken increase for 2 turns, but this one only works with the second skill if you have a Chivalry 3. If not, it only lands on the first skill, so it's gonna be a problem. But honestly, by the time you try and push Tarrasque 10, or right, to try and make it fast and consistent, you should have Morgan Chivalry 3 because she's #1 priority for legendaries to push that Chivalry high. At least that's what I suggest, right? When it comes to relics, she's obviously using her base one. I don't have the other ones, just the flame relic. You're gonna spam the second skill. If you have it skilled up, it's gonna be better. However, you don't necessarily need it skilled up. It's gonna be 50% chance instead of 70 to push back the attack gauge. It should still work. It might just fail from time to time if you have it lower. Then when it comes to equipment, she's running a Vigor. This is extremely important. You want to have Vigor set so that whenever she gets a turn, she can always cast that second skill to push back the attack gauge. If you do not have a Vigor set, you might not have enough Vigor. It might be complicated. Just make sure you get Vigor on her and then you're good to go. And then priority stats, you want to get around 70% effect accuracy and then as much attack speed as you can get. You don't need her to be 247 like you see I have mine. You can have her 210, 220 because you saw the boss still gets a first turn, right? Even with this high speed, the boss still goes first. However, if you had somebody like a Lancelot, for example, you could bring Lancelot instead of Gillian for that speed lead, then the Morgan's gonna go first, and then you're not gonna take any hits. It works a lot easier. For her, she's she doesn't even have effect accuracy on this one, is recovery. Attack speed over here, it's a 4-star. Attack speed here, and then effect accuracy over here. That's all you care about. Then next one, Gillian. I just realized I'm missing a piece of gear for Gillian. I still have the Vigor set though, so it works. I don't know what I did. I guess I'm missing an accuracy piece. Let me just put an accuracy piece on her. There we go. So this one's even better. But you saw, I don't know, 70% effect accuracy. That was just fine. Decent attack speed, not the highest, not the lowest, and then some HP. That's all you care about. 70% effect accuracy, and then I guess try and get her as fast as possible. However, you saw she's not priority. She has effect accuracy on the belt, attack speed over here, attack speed on the ring, and again effect accuracy on the necklace. Then when it comes to her skill ups, obviously 6-star, you really want to get this one, right? This is the one that makes her have a chance to push back the attack gauge. The first passive to be maxed out, and then honestly the other ones you don't really care specifically for this fight. As long as you have the first one for Tarrasque, you're good to go. Then the relic, she's using her base one, the flame one. I just used the fourth skill. However, if your Vigor allows it, you should be using the second skill because this one also has a chance to push the attack gauge back, which obviously is going to make it a lot easier. Then when it comes to Chivalry, she's Chivalry 0. No Chivalry on her. And then the last one, the king, like I said, the Van game, Sturgis, 6-star, level 60, 3-star awakened only. I didn't even have him maxed out. I usually like to suggest to people to have this one skilled up. However, it's not mandatory. It does help to generate more vigor for longer fights, but you don't need any skill ups, honestly. It's not mandatory. I do have him Chivalry 1, which it does help because when the boss hits us the first turn, he counterattacks and throws this attack speed decrease on the boss, which obviously allows us to rotate more without the boss taking a turn. He uses the flame relic, like I mentioned. This is the skill that's amazing. Even though skill ups, this one does a 40% attack gauge boost, so you don't need it skilled up. Obviously, if you have it, it's going to be even better. Then when it comes to his set, again, Vigor, you definitely want Vigor on him as well because you're going to be using that third skill as often as possible, and that requires 3 Vigor. So it's hard to maintain that Vigor on him. And then if you can also get some effect accuracy, you see only have 47%. Sometimes the attack speed lands, sometimes it doesn't. Ideally, you would want 70% effect accuracy and then as much attack speed as you can. that's about it. And then you're gonna see I have effect accuracy on him over here, attack speed over here, it's only 3-star. Think I could have used a bigger one. However, I have a smaller one on purpose because for the sake of arena, he's too fast for me for my speed setup. But obviously, if you don't care about that for arena specifically, you can make him as fast as possible. And yeah, that pretty much is it. That's pretty much my team that I use again to speed farm Tarrasque on stage 10. It's not as, you know, it's not free to play friendly, but I'm fully free to play. I've not spent $1 in the game. I just got lucky to pull Gillian and Bedivere. And then, you know, this is what I did. Again, I'm going to make a video in the future where I'm going to drop Bedivere, drop Gillian, and try and show you the more relatable, the more free-to-play friendly team, because it's possible. You just need to find the right mechanics and the right synergy. But yeah, I guess that pretty much covers it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please consider liking it, subscribing to the channel to see when I upload next, because I do daily content for King Arthur. Maybe I miss a day here and there. And again, don't forget about the link in the description, pinned comment of this video to support me as a content creator. You help me out, and I'm going to be giving you coupons as well, you know, as a thank you for what Netmarble gives us. So, you know, it's a win-win situation. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.